Hello and welcome to another Moto video. In today's video we're going to take a closer look at the Oxford Products Microjet Tyre Inflator. Okay, welcome back to the channel. So the Oxford Products Microjet Tyre Inflator. So what do we get in the box? So this is the inflator itself. Very small, very compact little device. What I'll do is I shall put all the specs up on the screen and down in the description below, so you can look at those at your leisure. Your adapter hose to connect to the pump onto your wheels, USB-C cable for charging, a bag of adapters for various applications, whether it be a football, I'd say an airbed, bicycle tyres, etc. And a little carry case. Okay, so who is the Microjet tyre inflator aimed at? So ideal pump this to take if you're touring. Great to generally have around the house and also keep one in the car. So it's aimed at everybody really. It's not motorcycle specific, hence all the adapters you get with the pump. Now we've only had this in a couple of weeks and these are starting to sell really well indeed, so that's a good sign. So right, in terms of the Microjet itself, so you have, I don't know, hopefully you can see here, power button. That button there selects which mode you have, and plus and minus the PSI settings you want to change. So when you're charging the battery, you have a USB-C port here, and that next to it is a little LED light as well, which is will come in handy, especially if you want to inflate your tyres. You know, you're out in the middle of nowhere or something like that at night, so that's handy. And the adapter fits in here, and that's away we go. So yeah, so anyway, I digress. So when you power on the Microjet, hold it down for a few seconds, there we go, so it illuminates. Hopefully you can see that here. So you have various settings. It's very, very tiny. I doubt the camera's going to pick it up. So if you press this button here, that one, it will scroll through the various options. So at the moment that is car, so that was set to 36 psi. So if you need to adjust, then you press the plus and minus like so, as you can hopefully can see that changing. Press again. That goes to a little ball symbol, so that is set to 9 psi. I brought a ball in so we can do a little demonstration on that as well. And if we scroll through, so you have bicycle, motorcycle. So they all come with a preset, but you can alter them if you so wish. So the theory is, I'm yet to try it, is attach it to whatever you're inflating and start the pump, and then it will reach that setting and then cut off. So I think what we'll do now, we'll grab the football. I've pulled out one of my son's old footballs, so that's quite soft, and then we'll experiment on that now. Right, so here we go. This is it's not a football, it's a volleyball. Now most of these leather balls, whether it be a football, whatever, it will have the maximum PSI written on the side of the ball near the valve. So always check that, because the preset on this is 9 PSI. That would be way too much for this. So basically I've reduced it down to 4, fitted the hose and the football adapter here as well. So hopefully you can see that okay. So let's just insert that now into the ball. There we go. So you can see that's nice and soft. Press the power button. Okay, so yeah, just check the PSI. So that's 4 PSI I've selected. So if you press the power button one more time, it should start to inflate. That's up to, there we go, 4 PSI, no time at all, and it's cut off straight away. So let's just remove that now. Absolutely perfect. Yep, really pleased with that. So that has worked a treat. So there you go, there's the little football adapter. It just screws in on the top like so, nice and simple. So again, the other adapters, I'll just quickly show you those. So with your bicycles, if you're not aware, there's 2 types of valve types. You have a Presta, which is a high pressure, which you'd have on a race bike, and Schrader, which is the same as your car type. So you get a little adapter as well. This one here, little brass adapter. It's got a little rubber O-ring in there as well to help seal. These, I will be honest with you, some of these can be a little bit hit and miss with the Presta valves. I think a lot of it depends on the quality of the valve on the inner tube you have fitted on your bike. But we'll go and demonstrate that in a moment on one of my bicycles I've got here. And then these other 2 adapters are like a cone shape here. I'll do some close-up photos and bits and pieces as usual. Ideal for airbeds and things like that if you're camping. So yeah, pretty good. Like I say, this ball was pretty flat, and it's inflated it to 4 PSI in no time at all. Right, okay, so I've let the air out of the tyre on this e-mountain bike here. So let's just fire up the microjet. So I've selected it onto bicycle there. It's 45 PSI. I normally run about 45 to 55 on these. I fitted the little brass adapter into the end there. So again, it's just a case of just screw in. Nice and simple, look. Screw that in there. And then offer it up onto the valve. So, right, so that's now fitted on there. Wasn't too bad. Like I say, some of these are a little bit fiddly. Let's see how we fare here. Tyres going up already. So that's 20 PSI. I'd say that's taken probably approximately a minute. There we go, 45 PSI. So I'd say that probably took about 2.5 minutes to inflate. Yeah, that is rock solid. Okay, plenty of air in there. So I think what we need to do now, let's try it on my race bike. So that's about 80 PSI. It's getting a little bit warm, but like I say, you know, it's not red hot or anything like that. So you can hold it. Little bit of advice on the tyre wall of your tyres. It will tell you the minimum and maximum pressures you should be running. Mountain bike like this, it'll be a maximum of normally around about 55 PSI. Like I say, I tend to ride around here between 35, 45, something like that. You know, I don't do serious off-roading. So yeah, that tends to hold up well. But yeah, that's the mountain bike. Let's give the road bike a go. 80 PSI and see how we fare with that. Okay, right. What I've done on this occasion, I've put the the valve adapter straight onto the pressed valve here on the bike. I think that makes life a little bit easier. So ignore what I just done on the mountain bike. I think this is the way to go. Fit that first onto the pressed valve and then your little pump on afterwards. So let's there you go, that's so much easier. Okay, right, so let's just fire her back up again. Right, so that's still set to bicycle, but obviously it's set at the moment to 45, so we need more than that. So I've let some air out again, as you can see, flat as a pancake. So let's increase that. So that's 80 psi I've set on that. These tyres will go, I think they're 110 on this, but again, this is something I'd normally run about 80 psi. So let's press the power button again. It's a real good seal, this. You don't hear any air coming out, nothing like that whatsoever. Approaching 80 now. There you go, 80 psi, shut straight off. So yeah, I think that's probably just taken barely a minute to inflate this one. Obviously the area is a lot less than the mountain bike. So yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, so that's road bike, mountain bike done. I think what we'll do now, we'll just test it on the motorcycle. I'm not going to test it on the car because it's absolutely chucking it down outside. I'm sure if it'll does the motorbike fine, it'll be more than adequate on the car as well, because obviously the tyre pressure on a bike and a car is very, very similar. So right, let's crack on and give that a go and see how we fare. Just a little history lesson for those of you that may be of interest. This is a KTM. Now KTM started making bicycles long before they were making motorcycles. So they're separate divisions now. They were, I think, split off in the late 70s, 80s maybe. So motorcycle became its own entity, and then bicycles went in the, you know, on their own way. But yeah, this is where the KTM name was born. This is the Revelator, which is I'm trying to think how old this is now, this bike. Probably about 5-6 years old, maybe older. And this is a team replica to what they used to race on the Tour de France, like I say, a few years ago. A lot of the road bikes now are so much more aero, but this is a fabulous bicycle. I've done many miles on it. It still looks as good as the day I bought it. And yeah, full carbon fibre, extremely lightweight aero wheels, ideal for climbing around the Cornish hills here. And I changed the drivetrain. I put in the oval crankset, and again, it's supposed to be, you know, to help you put more power down and things like that. Would have been great when I was in my late teens, early 20s, but someone that's pushing towards 60 now, I don't think I have that much effect, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, it's a bike I ride, you know, I ride occasionally, not that often. So anyway, I digress. Just a little bit of info there for you for those that are interested. KTM bicycle. Right, so I've let a little bit of air out the front of the NC here. I'm not going to let this go all the way flat. So again, same applies. Fitted the hose onto the Schrader valve. Set my PSI. I set it to 36. I think I remember rightly, it's 36.42 I run on this. So again, let's just fire away. There you go, 36 psi, bang, straight away. So I think we can safely say this Oxford microjet inflator works exactly as described. So yeah, great bit of kit. Right, so there we have it, the Oxford microjet tyre inflator. I think you'll agree, you know, it works very, very well, very, very efficiently. Like I say, the mountain bike probably took 2.5 minutes to inflate from completely flat to 50 psi. The road bike, you know, again from completely flat to 80 psi, no more than a minute, so very impressive there. And the motorcycle tyre, again, like I say, I didn't deflate that at all. I took it down to just under about 30 psi and it just inflated it again in no time whatsoever. So yeah, I think it's, you know, it's a great little product. It's you know, it's not massive by any means. It's not weighty. It doesn't get overly hot. I must admit it is very, very cold in here, but you know, you can hold it whilst inflating. It does have a little warning here, the hose may get warm, but that's like on any pump really. You know, it will heat up. So very, very simple to use. Like I say, you have 4 preset settings of basically a ball, bicycle, motorcycle and car. So yeah, like I say, the only thing it doesn't offer, which, you know, which some people may look for, is it won't operate as a power bank. It has a little LED light in, as which I've shown you earlier, but if you want one with a power bank, now I was bought this by my dear mum for Christmas, so this is basically exactly the same as the Oxford version, but you can use this as a power bank. So side by side, it is a little bit bigger. It's no heavier. I'd say the weight's probably about the same, and it's slightly slimmer. You get all the same adapters as what you do with the Oxford one. So you get your USB-C cable and all your adapters to inflate whatever you need to inflate. So this one is by a company called Woowind. I'll be honest with you, never heard of them before. The quality of the product looks superb. Again, it all comes with 4 preset settings, with tyre for motorcycle, car, bicycle and football inflation. So again, if you want one that works as a power bank, then please do check that one out as well. Okay, so there we have it, the Oxford Products Microjet Tyre Inflator. I do hope you found this video of interest and of use. Links down in the description below where you can purchase both of these products. And as always, I do hope you can join me again in future videos. Thanks again for watching. Cheerio!